The first thing you need to make good silage is a good maize crop. Use lots of fertilizer, make sure there are no weeds and that your crop is big and healthy. Plant early in the season to ensure there are enough heat units for the maize to grow big. How do you know when it is harvest time? There are many rules of thumb, but the best is a dry matter test. Your dry matter should be 30%. The plant must still be green, but the cob will be going a little yellow. When cutting your silage, you need good equipment with sharp blades. They must be sharpened at least twice a day when you are cutting. The drier your silage, the smaller your chop must be. But as a guide, it should be between 1 and 2 centimeters in length. If you leave a long stalk in the field, then you will get less silage, but your silage will be better quality. One thing we started doing at Red Dane last year is using an inoculant in our silage. This, along with good management, allowed us to reduce our dry matter loss from 20% to 5% in our silage pit. The inoculant is added during the cutting process. There is a nozzle at the top of the cutting machine spout, which sprays the inoculant into the trailer at the same time as the chopped up silage. This is a very simple and effective method of spreading your inoculant throughout your silage. The first method of storing silage we will look at is the conventional method in Zimbabwe of using a silage pit. It is very important that you exclude oxygen from your silage. We use a JCB to compact our silage to make sure there is as little oxygen as possible inside it. You then need to cover your silage as quickly as possible with very good plastic that will not tear easily and will keep all the oxygen out. We use and recommend silo stop plastic. The extra costs of good plastic and inoculant are more than worth it when it comes to reducing your losses. Another method of reducing your loss is, once you are using your pit and feeding out of it, you should cut at least 1 meter cleanly off the face of the silage each day and immediately recover the silage properly. You can test if your silage is made well by testing the pH, which in good silage will be between 3.7 to 4.2. Something that we are doing at Red Dane, which has not been done in Africa before, is using Brazilian technology to make silage sausages, where, rather than putting our silage into a pit, we use a special machine to stuff silage into a plastic bag, making a long sausage that can hold up to 80 tons of silage. The bag must be properly sealed at both ends, and care must be taken not to break the strong plastic. There are some disadvantages to the sausages, such as them being more prone to vandalism and the cost of extra equipment and plastic. However, the sausages can be made anyway because you do not need to dig a pit, and they are much easier to manage than a pit in terms of sealing them and making sure no air enters the silage. The reduced loss of dry matter due to the quality of the plastic and easier management will cover the extra costs incurred.